something actually in the middle of the song at 2 minutes and 38 seconds. That something kicks in. And I'm waiting for you to say, wow, Greg, I didn't know that was actually part of the song. That's amazing.
You're still waiting for that?
That part when it goes, I'll try to keep
goes, oh.
Here we go. Try not to go high and become a joke again. Funk, get ready to go. Funk and ready to roll. Funk, get ready to go. Leave my funk alone.
Leave my funk alone. Yeah, yeah.
Does that remind you of anything?
Hey, welcome back to Into the Music. I'm here with Greg. My name is Chris, and Gregory has a song for me to react to. So, Greg, what you got? I'm so surprised that I'm going to be reacting to a song.
Well, no, I'm surprised that you just... Am I in trouble?
What?
Because people only call me by my full first name if I'm in trouble.
True. Right. Do they call you,
They call me a lot of other things too when I'm in trouble.
They use your middle name too, right?
Doofus.
Right? You got to have the whole long thing. What's
Gregory?
your middle name anyway?
It's Otto.
Sure it is. Backwards, it's Otto.
Otto from Simpsons. Anyway, hey little dude. All right, so yeah, I got APB, man. I got an APB.
You got an APB out on you?
I've got a bad case of APB.
Is this
a band. It's a band.
It's a band. And
it's a band.
That's their name.
Yeah.
So it's like All Points Bulletin?
Don't ask me what it stands for. I think it was just APB.
We're supposed to do research on this, man, and know everything about it.
Yeah. APB. And I'd like to shoot you down. Oh, would I like to shoot you down? I'd like to shoot you down.
Is that what they do when they put out an APB and they just catch the person and shoot them down? No wonder why there's all this turmoil with the cops. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go listen to it. I'm going to let you know what I think.
I'm taking it that you don't know the song. I'd be shocked if you know the song.
I don't know the song. I don't know the band.
All right, cool.
Never heard of it.
All right, good. Go check it out. Come on back and give me the thumbs up, I think, hopefully.
We'll find out.
All right.
Oh, I love that bass, man. I'll go back to the beginning. I love that.
All right. So you're gonna give me the thumbs up or give me another finger up?
Dude, it was so bad. I cut my thumbs off. I
Why would you do that? Take
yeah,
care of that. Put it on ice.
yeah, I can't hitchhike anymore.
So what
I
say you?
love this song.
Yeah.
You probably knew I would.
I had a hunch.
I mean, I like a lot of different kinds of music, of course.
Yeah.
But this is always this kind of music is always guaranteed for me. It's just with the raw guitar going and the bass line, man. Holy shit, that was an awesome bass line. That just drove the whole thing.
It's a barn burner, you know.
Barn burner. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know. It slams the door open kind of thing. It's just like the song, just like and just
slam doors shut.
It slams shut. Yeah, I'm like speechless. Open shut. But man, it just. But you tell me. So describe the song.
I have no idea what the words were meaning or anything meant.
Nah. Yeah.
It's like I was just taking with the music and going with that.
Yeah.
I know I say that all the time, but it's true. And I just went with it, man. This it's a shame about a lot of these type songs are real short songs.
Yeah.
This wasn't like super short, but we've done some recently that are, in the same vein, but they're short. So it really gets you going and then it's over.
Yeah.
But this one was really, I loved it. It was fun. It was it's a rocking song,
It's cool. It's actually interesting you said that because it is a relatively short song, but I think maybe what you're saying is, but it was long enough though, to just give you a little bit more, just stretch it out a little more. And there was something.
Start it again too, if I really needed to, let's do a second time.
But you didn't, because you're true.
Put it on the loop.
One listen back here.
That's right. I was prevented from doing that because of this format.
Yes. And there's something actually in the middle of the song at 2 minutes and 38 seconds that something kicks in. And I'm waiting for you to say, wow, Greg, I didn't know that was actually part of the song. That's amazing.
You're still waiting for that?
That part when it goes, I'll try to keep Here we go. Try not to go high and become a joke again. Funk, get ready to go. Funk and ready to roll. Funk, get ready to go. Leave my funk alone.
Leave my funk alone. Yeah.
Does that remind you of anything?
In my
it's a sample. It's a sample from Funkadelic's Charlie.
What's the name of the song?
Funk getting ready to roll.
No, I don't know that. I know some Funkadelic.
Okay. Well, now you got to go check it out after this reaction.
So it was taken from that, but it was the guy in this band singing it.
Just that part. Yeah,
was it
exactly.
Sampled or was this guy singing it?
Sampled. It was that guy singing it, but it was that part that was.
And when did
they say sampled out? Inside? The documentation.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just wondering if they actually lifted that piece. But when did this come out?
This came out in 1981.
Oh shit! They weren't doing sampling back then. So as I was just describing it.
Yeah. And
the pre-digital age.
Released as a single, A-side, and from a Scottish band, right? APB is a Scottish band formed in 1979. They put out a couple of songs, and then this one really hit it big. I mean, it was so big. Somehow it made its way over to the United States and New York, especially. No, really. I mean, I'm not just saying it because we're in New York, but I am. But yeah, no. And it made LIR. I mean, LIR just played it over and over and over. And then it was in the clubs. And I loved it, man. Because,
this one passed me by, man, because I don't remember it at all.
You had a lot of in the nightclubs, those kind of new wave dance clubs, you had a lot of the dance songs, New Order, not knocking New Order, good stuff. I like to dance.
Yeah.
But then this was like, you could dance to this, but man, it just had some metal to it. Like it just had some real,
it was different than that.
Just different. It was like a rock. It was a rock. It was a mix of rock, funk, and soul, all packed into one. And it was just boom. Yeah. And this band wound up not really, I think they stayed around for a while through the 80s. And and I think they actually got back together again, reunited at some point some years later. But they never really hit it, the way they hit it with this song. And they actually came. This is from Wiki. Regarding the LIR thing. So during the 1980s, APB was one of the most popular underground alternative bands in the tri-state area, which is here in New York.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about that before you said it, that it might be more of a localized.
Thanks to constant radio play on WLIR. They actually wrote that in Wiki.
Right.
Yeah. The band made its mark with its funky bass. And so they actually they did their first New York tour in 1982, and they realized how popular they were in the area. It was pretty cool. And they said it was a really popular tour, and they did really great. So yeah, but that said though, if you really like this, and it looks like you really, really enjoyed it. So there's some other bands around that time that were playing something similar, and a certain sound. Like this is like like that post-punk, dance punk. I'm just writing this stuff down, and there were a lot of bands like that, that were playing that kind of stuff, that were influenced heavily, by the punk, era. And then they're coming out and they're like, and again, we talked about this before, right? Where disco was basically dying at that point, it was kind of, it was turned to something. And so these very, creative, bands and artists were taking that, and they were like, keeping the dance, sound going, but they would turn into something that was like a punk sound and mix it together. And it was just so interesting. So you can go and you can still like kind of get on the dance floor and go crazy. But there was also this real kind of biting edge to a lot of these songs and stuff like that.
And they stripped down, a lot of these bands stripped down the instrumentation.
Yeah.
What's going on before and after, because, in the 80s, like you mentioned New Order and bands like that, they started adding more synthesizer sounds and so on. But you had bands, I guess, like this and even like Talking Heads in the beginning were very stripped down. They built it up over time.
Yeah.
But the Ramones, look at the Ramones, very stripped down.
Yeah.
I
mean, this song right here, as you just said, you just pointed, this song right here, there was one part where just the bass, he's like, and like, it was just the bass. There was everything else stopped. Yeah. And it was still so freaking interesting. He was just so good on the bass.
Yeah, that was really good.
I mean, talk about stripped down, right? It's really isolating the certain instruments here and then bringing them together again and then like pulling back us. And there were a lot of songs from different bands in that era that were doing that and just made things so interesting. So this just opens up a lot of possibilities now, if you came back and said, oh shit, this is crazy. I get, don't you play any more of this kind of stuff anymore? Then I'd like, oh,
but something,
but here we go.
You mentioned LIR quite often. And
I
remember LIR was to the west of where I lived. Yeah. Of where I lived. And you were more to the west of where I live, so you were able to get that station in. Mine started breaking up when, like, if I was coming from the west to home, it would start breaking up.
You know what? I forgot about
that.
So
my whole influence with music might have been a little different, because they did more of what it was considered, alternative at the time. And are they still around?
No. It changed to WDRE, and DRE stayed with the whole alternative thing, and then it kind of But it's interesting. You reminded me. I used to have problems with it too. At nighttime, it would actually come in clearer. So if I wanted to kind of get the funk, the alternative funk, new wave, during the daytime, I had to wait until night. Yeah,
I hated when that happened. Yeah, that happened with the Connecticut stations too. PLR, and it would come in better at night, and that's when you heard the deep cuts. So that was cool.
But that's the old days. People like watching us going, "What about Sirius XM or FM or whatever?"
Your iPhone and just
yeah, it's like who listens to radio anymore? So, but of course, people are talking like that. Who listens to radio? But anyway,
right, we talked about that.
I know. Yeah.
We're the only ones who don't.
I know. We're having fun. And so
this was good, man.
I'm glad you had fun with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But I'm really serious though, man, because I have some there's other bands and other songs that, I was like, should I not? Should I not? And now I'm gonna should I.
Were you picking a daisy? Were you picking a daisy?
I think he will. I think he won't. I think he will. I think he won't. Yeah. How'd you know? You know me so well.
I know you so well, man.
All right. You want to take us out?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and hit that like button if you like this. Hit it even if you didn't like it. Subscribe. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm taking us out. Stop that. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And stay tuned for our next episode of Into the Music.
See ya.